So that's news from the middle. Rohit Patel, the captain of Nepal. He's won the toss. A little bit of a surprise, potentially. He's going to bat first.
Sure to happen in the first few overs today is the ball is going to move and the opening pair of Nepal will be tested. Beautiful day, Lenny.
Ray of light. Lighting up my morning here in King City. Let's go look at the teams. Unchanged for Nepal. Real surprise for me, I have to say. I thought they'd make a couple of changes. I thought we might see him. I thought he bowled nicely in the T20s in the Netherlands. He gets his chance now in the longer format. Again, maybe a difference of opinion over the pitch. Plenty of spin options for Canada.
They're going to open up the honours with the bat, as no surprise to see Kalim Sana with the ball for Canada.
So we're nearly all set for play. Just 1 minute before new ball in hand. The clock ticks over to 11. Here we go. Immediately gets one full and challenging Arjun Saib, but I think it's pitched outside leg. Kalim bowls him. It's chopped on. Asif Sheikh looking to force a back foot drive. A bit of movement back in, just enough movement. You could say unfortunate for Sheikh, but Nepal have lost that early wicket that has
hitting the deck hard. It didn't do much in terms of movement, but just the angle at which.
Nice drive down the ground, beats mid off. Could be the first boundary if the outfield's quick enough to get it to the rope. Nicely played. Seen a couple of these strokes from Arjun Saib off the back foot. Should get 3. Curtin does the fielding, does get it off, cut off inside the rope. And what a delivery that is. And Mova does the rest. Kalim Sana gets one to leap through the surface. Close to unplayable, you'd have to say, this one. They do have 2 in the power play.
The second wicket of Nepal hitting the deck hard, just gets a little bit of extra bounce and taking a little bit of the.
And what's this come off? Well, it's been given. I think Said was trying to indicate it might have come off the pad. It is the 3rd wicket in the power play. Hayliger wheels away in celebration.
So you take another look at the wicket. Jagged in sharply, and it looks like it just might have
get behind the captain chanting his name, and that's going to please them. Rohit, Rohit, were the cheers as the bowler approached the crease, and he delivers for them. Fans are loving every single run. Whatever happens, Patel wants the single, massive mix-up, and oh, this is going to be a calamity. I'm not even sure who's going to be run out. I don't think Arif Sheikh has ever left his crease.
Opening out there. It's really a gentle push down the ground. And it was Rohit Patel's call. He was the one running to the danger end. He was the one facing the ball. Arif Sheikh was planted to his ground. A wayward throw. In fact, almost took out Akhil Kumar with that throw. They just held it all together in the end. Canada, they've picked up the 4th wicket, and it's a skipper who's back in the hut. This is shocking scenes for Nepal. And you just can't afford runouts, not at a stage.
There was somebody there backing up to toss it up to the keeper, who whipped the bails off, and in, well, rather tragic circumstances, Rohit Patel
just missing the outside edge.
Swept towards the man, a deep backward square, who takes the catch. It was well struck. It was swept in the air, and it's a wicket on ODI debut for Parveen Kumar. Nepal in real danger of being bowled out very early here. They're in all sorts of trouble. Nicely driven, over pitch by Akhil Kumar. You can hear the fans are desperate to have something to cheer. Maybe Gulshan Jah is going to be the one to get them. Particularly rely upon Gulshan Jah to fight till the very end. Arif Sheikh's not going to give it away. Edged and put down. He went quite slowly, didn't he? I think it's Aaron Johnson there at first slip. Over. Get one more look at this drop chance here. It was a lovely delivery. Just a little bit late in going, wasn't he? Actually only got one hand to it.
Be interesting to see how far in the middle this ball might have gone to.
Monty Desai doesn't look best pleased. He's a man who's done a huge amount, hasn't he, in the 18 months or so that he's been in roll. Spongy tennis ball bounce you're getting. Gulshan Jia is going to send them into raptures. Hits it right into the crowd. All the way for 6. And it's the biggest cheer of the day.
Well, height not an issue for Gulshan Jia, as he has absolutely smashed Praveen Kumar. Puts the bowler in 2 minds as well.
That's going to be number 6. Arif Sheikh hadn't been able to survive. He looked completely ill at ease, and it's an outside edge. It's just prodded away from his body.
Lost their 6th wicket. Kalim Sana, he has been unplayable. Guided to the goes for 10 of 33.
Nicely driven. Going to be 4. Beats the infield and races away down to the shortest boundary. Only about 57, 58 metres down there. Over pitched by Hayliger. And Gulshan Jia looks like the lone warrior here for Nepal.
Wait.
Now this is ramped away, and it's ramped all the way. Bit of an uppercut. It's going to go for 6. Just for a moment, deep third will have been interested.
Who would you rank your most favourite?
Edged and gone. Really good catch. It's gone quickly to Navneet Dhaliwal, who gets his hands up sharply above his head to hold on to a critical wicket. Harsh Thakur brought back into the attack.
Especially when he's got the bat in his hand.
There is that slog sweep. Gets it very nicely, and it's well placed over the head of mid-wicket, who's in the circle. And it's going to be 4.
Total against his Canadian side.
Sandeep Lamachani is going to have a bit of a heave, and heave one all the way for 6. It's going to bring the 100 up. Lamachani drives and drives elegantly. Again, clears that front foot, but it's very effective. 4 more to him. Nepal fans finally getting something to cheer and enjoy. As Kami sweeps really nicely, right on top of the bounce, and is going to pick up. Swept away. And good control of that sweep. Going to get 4. All of a sudden, Nepal just coming alive in this contest. Now, this is going to be very close, and this time it's gone. It was a bit of a nothing shot, wasn't it? I think he was initially thinking to sweep. So Kami's trapped LBW.
Oh, this, at first glance, looks like maybe legs enough. But that's going to be the end of Sampal Kami. A decent knock.
Nicely cut. Finding the gap. There's not much of a gap between one of 3 men behind backward square. And Lamachani hit down the ground, and it's going to be hit all the way for 6. One of Karen KC's favourite zones. Tossed up by Saad bin Safar.
For Nepal.
Chipped in the air and just going to be out of reach of Saad bin Safar. Pick up a single, but unfortunate. Cut away, and it was at a catchable height, but it's gone to the left of the backward point fielder. The runs continue to come. And Nepal's fans are really finding their voice now. Driven away very pleasingly by KC, and he's going to get, oh, he might have 4 here. Nepal's fans are absolutely convinced that this has touched the rope. From the umpire, it is given as 4, and I think chipped, and Lamachani is going to be caught shy of 50, and a big celebration from Kumar too.
In his crease for quite some time, and he is frustrated.
Rely upon their bowlers. Karen KC doesn't get this, and he's going to be caught at long on. It was a low full toss. The last man to fall. Just an inside edge, wasn't it, that he dragged to long on. Nepal 181 all out.
Well, they do pick up the final wicket here, Canada, and it's the big man.
A slap of the inner thigh from the big fast bowler. He continues his inspired wicket-taking form, and it's going to fall.
Sampal Kami, a handy 21, and unfortunate for Sandeep Lamichhane to be out on 49, but important runs coming towards the end of that batting line.
A little bit too good and too hot to handle for Nepal. 2 wickets again for Dylan Hayliger, who stretches his lead at the top of the wicket-taking table. To defend this total, they only have 181 on the board. It's 40, 50, who knows, maybe 60 under par. But
winning the toss and choosing to have a bat first in these tricky conditions. They really struggled early on in Nepalese colours. So unfortunate today to not bring up that half century, but those 49 runs that he added to the total are extremely important. Well, that's just kicked off of length. Surprised everyone, batter, keeper alike. Rajbanshi hitting a length, and it's just really taken off. With some shape there, just taking it away from the batter. Navneet Dhaliwal does well. He gets a little bit of bat on that, and it's going to run away for 4 runs.
Here in the power play. Chipped in the air, and that's going to be number 1, right on cue. And Gulshan Jad is who takes an excellent catch. Tough at the top. And you just sensed it was coming, didn't you? Karen Casey strikes, and they're dancing up in the bleachers.
To give, and unfortunately it is his undoing. Chipped into the leg side, just going straight into the hands.
Now deep thirds in place, but it's gone well fine of him. I think this has gone for 6. Good hook shot. He struck that very well, hasn't he? And they're waiting for Raman Sirakoti, who's out there. Edged and edged wide. Wonderful piece of fielding from Kushal Bertel. In place, it was only the one floating slip and then the gully, and it was well wide. And in between the two of them, gets us to the end of a dramatic over. 20. Again, it was at a catchable height, but just out of the reach of Bim Sharkey, who was hovering there at backward point.
All's well that ends well in the end.
Driven down the ground. That should be 4. Beats Karen KC 2 full from Gulshan Jat. And he'll come on here in the second power play with protection available for extra cover. Yeah, he starts with one that's just skidded on. Probably going to miss the leg stump, it looks like.
Of Pargat Singh as we take a look at this, and yeah, comfortably missing that leg stump.
It's a lovely cover drive, well wide of mid-off. The captain, Roa Paolo, can only watch it go by him. Again, it's over-pitched. It's the only area because Jazz been a little bit errant.
When he's been put down, that's a chance that's gone down.
Just wonder again, could there be a taller man in there? Would Anil Shah be better placed if it's probed away? It's a full one. Oh, you have to take that. He's got both hands to it. Juggle. Hit at a catchable height, but wide of cover. And Anil Shah, he usually has the gloves on himself. He misfield. Short ball, and that's given the treatment. Dhaliwal picks up the length beautifully and smashes it all the way for 6.
It's Kalim Sana who is doing the cleanup outside the boundary.
Now an appeal. I think there's bat involved, and Arnold Medella is unmoved. And says, calm, everyone calm, not out is my decision.
Arnold Medella says not out.
Yeah, inside edge. Really good decision. The fielding position. That's not the line you want to bowl. Pumped away immediately for 4. Dragged down by Pargat Singh in immediate pressure onto Arif Sheikh. Edged and dropped. And it's another one gone down, and it's Arif Sheikh again.
But the ball seems to be following him. This one edged, just going away. And inside out.
And that's an even better shot. 4 and now 6. He loves going inside out, and Pargat Singh may well beat Dhaliwal to the 50 marker. That's going to be 50 for Navneet Dhaliwal. It's come from 76 deliveries. He's been around a long time as the 35-year-old, but it's just his second ODI 50 in his 10th innings. He's played nicely, and he lifts the bat to acknowledge the applause of the home crowd. Amazing things still happening, even as late as the 24th, 25th. This is going to hurt. Might have been the elbow, something like that. Pargat Singh takes a blow.
I think it's gone right into the gut of Pargat Singh as he says he's okay. Just nipping back in. There is a bit of pace from Sampal Kami.
That will be the landmark. 50 brought up with real conviction. A cut shot. Yes, it's in the air, but it's 4 more to the total. And Canada cruising home thanks to 50s from these two right-handers. For Pargat Singh, it's already the 6th 50-plus score in his ODI career. In just his 17th innings, he's now averaging over 40. And it's been another fine knock from the right-hander. That's an effortless stroke, just to skip down the track, and pressure built up to release it, and he releases it with a boundary 4. And a wicket from nowhere. Gulshan Jha has got some reward, and it's the man I thought it should have been at Gully in the first place. Anil Shah will take the catch. Singh is dismissed for 64. It'll probably be too little too late. Could a young Hemant Dami have been here maybe? As Dhaliwal says, enough is enough. Time to get this ended in a hurry. Skip down the track, good footwork, and the first maximum off Raj Banshi. Singh get Curtin to the crease. This one's hooked away for 4. Monty Desai is out having a jog on the road side of the ground, and he might even try to get it done a little quicker than that, as Dhaliwal uses his feet beautifully, doesn't he? Again, very difficult to get an LBW from here. Dhaliwal takes on Raj Banshi. He might just be thinking of 3 figures here, because there's still just time. Clever bowling. Raj Banshi strikes back to get him to what would have been a maiden ODI century, but instead he'll have to fall for the unlucky Australian number of 87. It's Lamachani strikes. Thought it might be an opportunity for a wicket to his name. Thacker was tempted to try and smash it down the ground, and he's been cleaned up by Sandeep Lamachani. Yeah, definitely the googly. And this has gone a long way up. Can Powell get back to take the catch? He's put it down. And that rather sums up Nepal's day.
As of tomorrow, we're in fall.
He's hit towards long off and taken. Actually very well struck by Akhil Kumar and as they've managed to conspire to lose a 5th wicket.
And it's Sandeep Lamachani. He's picked up the 2nd wicket. But
taken a little bit of late success as Curtin gets a boundary away. Going to try and win it in grand style, and what a way to win it. A 6 that's going to travel down the main road. Bang bang from Curtin to seal the deal, and handshakes all around. Canada, well, they have hammered Nepal here by 5 wickets. It's been a thoroughly dominant for Nepal. Plenty more questions to answer for them. They'll have to go back to the drawing board and try and bounce back in 2 days' time.
They will need to go back and reassess their strategies.
Canada have won by 5 wickets. Don't go anywhere too far. We'll have the post-match presentation where we'll hear from both captains. And we'll crown the player of the match probably between Kalim Sana